Since customers mainly care about two parts of the selection process, the cost and appearance, they depend on you to remind them of the other factors they don't consider. In total, there are 5. Can you name them all? Hi, I'm Jason Spangler, and today we're going to talk about those 5 contributing factors your customers may forget but need to consider. And while you're here, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for future videos. Number 1, cost. It's no secret that hardwood floors can be expensive. However, it's mostly an upfront cost. The long-term costs are much cheaper than other types of flooring, especially laminate, vinyl, or carpet. But hardwood flooring lasts for decades, and the touch-ups can be as simple as sanding and refinishing. Whereas maintenance costs for carpeting can be significant, and the process usually results in a big headache. Once customers understand this flooring is an investment, they'll be ready for more details like which hardwood is most expensive and why. Is one species better than another? You're the only one they trust to guide them in the right direction. Number 2, durability and strength. A big advantage of hardwood flooring is the durability, which is why it's often called an investment. With the proper care, this type of flooring is strong enough to last a lifetime. But of course, some species are more durable than others, and your customers may not know that. For example, if they have pets, they'll want a harder hardwood flooring. Softer hardwoods just aren't going to cut it. However, it's possible for customers to think all hardwoods are created equal. That all hardwood flooring is hard enough to withstand their 4 kids, 3 dogs, and 2 cats. But that's where you come in to save the day and recommend one of the harder species like hickory, maple, or oak. And speaking of, when it comes to number 3, choice of wood species, there are hundreds. But to avoid overwhelming your customer, research recommends first offering them these 5 most popular choices: oak, maple, hickory, American cherry, and walnut. If somehow they don't like any of these, then you can start to pull from the less popular options like ash, mahogany, or even bamboo, which isn't technically a hardwood, or even wood, but functions like one. Remember what drives your customer: cost and appearance. They may think they don't even need to know about species, but depending on their lifestyle and their budget, species type does matter. And these species mostly matter when it comes to number 4, grain, color, and overall appearance. Customers want wood that best matches their renovations or vision for their home. Staining and finishing has a lot to do with the end result, so it's best to recommend that your customers pick the natural color and grain pattern first. If they're going for something subtle, oak or walnut is good because of the light coloring and more consistent grain patterns. Hickory offers a little bit more dimension because of its knotted grain pattern and color variants. Maple is a wild card. While some maple species are more uniform in look and color, others could have a prominent swirling grain pattern. So it depends. An American cherry offers the most distinct grain pattern of the 5, and its deep reddish brown coloring also makes it a favorite. Of course, we know grain patterns only vary so much, but remind your customers that color can change more. If they like a particular grain pattern but not the color, staining is always an option. Finally, number 5, what type of finish do they want? Are they looking for a gloss? Would they prefer a matte finish? Also included here is if the wood is unfinished or pre-finished. Do they like the look of hand-scraped or smooth better? For all of this, it's superficial. And you know better than anybody that it all depends on the style preference of the customer. But one thing they may forget is that the finishing can be redone years later. So if the next owner doesn't like the finishing, or it is worn off, it can be sanded and refinished. And just that process alone makes the flooring as good as new. Even though cost and appearance matter most to customers, you know they need to consider all 5. So which ones are you most likely to talk about? Or which one do you forget or leave out altogether? Comment below. And before you jump straight into installing their beautiful flooring, don't forget to do moisture testing. As always, if you need help with that part, we'll be here. See you next time.